Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Monday, October 29th, 2018, here with your free live picks. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right around the same time, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes we have big schedules, sometimes we don't. Of course, next week, college basketball starts as we move into November already. Be the last month of the regular season of college football and first month of the season college basketball. Pretty exciting stuff. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Of course, we also have action going on all day long in our Facebook group. So be sure to join us over there. Of course, we have rules in the Facebook group. I see a lot of people posting tickets after the game is over, which I don't understand the point of that. Basically, the idea behind the Facebook group is for people to state their picks before the game starts, because posting your picks after the game is over, well, that helps nobody. And I'll tell you, I have a sneaking suspicion that people just buy a lot of tickets, and then because it's like these parlays, they're like $5 and like a million teams, and then they just post the one that wins. It's like, yeah, show us the 87 losers too. But we don't want to see them. I don't want to see games after they're over. So basically the rules have been posted, and if you post those tickets, they will be deleted, and if you continue to post them, you'll be banned from our group, unfortunately. But we don't have any choice. It's just getting too big, gets too cluttered, and no one cares. So we only care about today. We only care about picks. Please read the rules if you want to be on our Facebook group. It is getting big, so the tolerance level is going down. Of course, we've got a gigantic week of college football ahead of us. Some of the big matchups we've been waiting for. Got Alabama, LSU, and we have what is basically an SEC East eliminator with Georgia and Kentucky going at it. Who would have thought that Kentucky would be in that spot, right? But they are. But anyways, like I said, 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Of course, we are here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Yeah, I would like to find a betting site where I can bet after the games are done. It's called Sports Chat Plays Forum. So I've been booting players from people from the group pretty liberally lately, and here's what's going on in there. So you guys can say whatever you want. It's your choice to stay or leave the group, of course. But when I start hearing from other members, when people are editing their picks and deleting picks and stuff like that, and then claiming they've done this and that, I don't want to deal with it. I don't know if you are or if you aren't, but I don't want to deal with it. I don't have time for it, and I don't. It's not what the group is about. I don't get to change my picks, so why should you get to change yours? I don't care how many people like you or how popular you are. How about that? Anyways, do 3 free picks every single day. I don't know why the chat is disabled. It shouldn't be. It's weird. I don't know why the chat is disabled over on YouTube. It certainly should not be. Anyways, I can maybe figure it out while we're doing this. Of course, we do 3 free picks every single day. our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com, as well as sportschatplace.com, premium plus. It says chat is disabled for this live stream. I wonder why. There must be a setting that I hit. Let's see. Go here. Edit. Advanced settings. Automatically button. Enable live chat. There we go. Now it should work. Awesome. Anyways, cool. The next podcast is always, well, we did one last night. If you subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, you'll get notified when we go, when we do it. So we did it last night for the early lines for this week, as well as NBA, Monday Night Football. We did that all last night, and then our other podcast days are Tuesday and Thursday. So we do it Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We do about 9 shows a week, maybe more, and we'll have more next week when college basketball starts. But if you subscribe over on iTunes, you don't have to worry about it. I also showed a way to get notifications on Facebook of the podcast. We also had that available as well. So if you need that, just email me, mitch@sportschatplace.com. And we'll direct you to that. But I believe if you go on the chat bot on Facebook, like you go to message us, and on the Facebook page, you could say podcast, and it will say like subscribe to podcast, and you'll get notified for every time the podcast gets updated. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get to today's NBA action. It's weird, I did the video twice, and I did the video twice. I messed up the video, and when I did the second one, I did a different team. I did a different game. I was just like, I don't love it. The first game that I did, it was the Pacers against the Blazers. So we got, the Pacers. This is actually a pretty good game. Two teams that playoff teams, two teams that I think are playing pretty well. The Pacers, remember, they took the Cavs all the way last year to 7 games. And in that 7th game, they certainly had a chance to win it. And meanwhile, Portland, it's like when they got to a certain point in the playoffs, they just went flat. And they got totally smoked. So I think, they have a lot to prove this year. And I think the Blazers, it's sort of like that NBA thing where you kind of get mired. And it's like if you don't have a guy that can pick like, the Chicago Bulls do, and you're deep in the draft, then it's hard for you to improve outside of free agency. But I think the Blazers probably stand tall here. We're getting 4.5 points with them. I think the game is probably closer than that. I'm going to take the points with the Blazers. That'll be my first pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com. Of the podcast, iTunes, no wonder I can't find it. The podcast is called Sports Pick Info. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. It's also on Google Podcasts. So it's pretty much everywhere you can find the podcast. But it's definitely there. And we have, I did a bunch of them last night. I was tired as hell too. It's hard. The Sunday one, I got to tell you, is super hard. it's like normally, you never hear me complain, oh man, I'm sick of doing these shows or whatever. But I will tell you, by Sunday night, I am worn out after a complete day of college football Saturday, complete day of NFL football on Sunday. We get to Sunday night, man, I just want to go to sleep. And I do that podcast with Tony. Probably have to figure some things out on that one. Anyways, let's get to our second pick for today's show. I like the Bucks at home against the Raptors. This was a late line, and I think that I think the Bucks just really surprising people, and it just seems the more that people discount them or whatever, the stronger they're playing. Both these teams undefeated going into this one. The Bucks 4-0 at home. Meanwhile, the Raptors just haven't been on the road much, so this is one of their chances to go on the road. But they play the other hottest team in the NBA, in the Bucks. So I like the Bucks here. They're getting a point at home. They opened as a 2-point dog, dropped to a point. My guess is this thing moves to a pick'em, which is where it should be. And I'm going to take the, if you want to give your picks, the place to do that is on the Facebook page. Or you can start your own YouTube channel and you can you can have your own show. Or you can start your own Facebook page, you can start a web page, you could give out all your picks. I encourage people to do that if that's what they want to do. And that's why we have the Facebook group. But the show, this is my show. I'm not ready to give up the mic. Anyways, let's get our third pick of today's show. So, I like the Bulls getting the points here against the Warriors. I know the Bulls have been very much out of favor. They have not been a good team, but actually against the spread, they're 2-0 against the spread, while the Warriors 1-3 against the spread on the road. Usually with the Warriors, this is what we see from the good teams, is they end up having to lay way too many points because the public just gets enamored with them. And, especially against a bad team like the Bulls, you got to figure they're always getting too many points, and that's kind of our NBA strategy for most of the season, and that's why Dog of the Day is always so popular during NBA. I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls. I'll take the 11 points, and that'll be our third and final pick of today's show. We took the Bulls plus 11. We took the Portland Trailblazers Rip City plus 4.5, and we took the Milwaukee Bucks plus 1. We took 3 dogs. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you all day long in the Facebook group.